And good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Tom Sherry.
It's good to have you with us. I'm Jane McCarthy. We are tracking some breaking news right now out of Moscow, Idaho. Police and fire crews are investigating yet another possible explosive device. This is on South Jefferson Street and East 8th Street. It's about 1 block away from Gritman Medical Center. The Spokane Bomb Squad, you're looking at the incorrect video right now, we want to point out. So the Spokane Bomb Squad is on its way to help right now in Moscow. Everyone is asked to avoid the area until further notice.
So this is the third suspicious device that has been found on the Palouse over the last week. The first device was found in the front yard of a home in Moscow. Another device was found over the weekend in a public park in Pullman. We are sending our reporters to the area. We'll bring you more information as we uncover it.
In other news, we're tracking a developing story out of Portsmouth, Virginia. Detectives investigating a Saturday night shooting that left 3 people dead.
So today we are learning one of the victims was 19-year-old Cheyenne Souls. Souls is from Veradale, Washington, and graduated from Central Valley High School just last year. She was an active duty military member stationed at Naval Medical Center in Portsmouth. Investigators believe the shooting to be a double homicide-suicide.
Now, as we mentioned, this is a developing story, so we will have updates as we get them right here on KREM 2 News as well as on KREM.com. New cell phone footage from a traffic stop in Texas could reopen a controversial investigation.
So you may remember the Sandra Bland case. It happened back in 2015. Bland was pulled over by a Texas state trooper for failing to use her signal. Well, the 28-year-old woman was arrested during that traffic stop. Then she was found dead in her jail cell 3 days later. Her death was ruled a suicide by authorities.
After watching the new video, Bland's family is calling for investigators to reopen the case. Whitney Ward joins us in the studio with more on this. Whitney?
Yeah, that's right. Good afternoon. So until now, the only known video of that traffic stop was dash cam footage. This afternoon, though, we have new video from Bland's cell phone. And for the first time, it takes you inside of her car where you can experience the arrest from her perspective. So here is the entire 39-second video.
Get out of the car now.
Why am I being apprehended? You trying to give me a ticket for the failure?
Get out of the car.
Why am I being apprehended? You just opened my car door. You just opened my car door. So you threatening to drag me out of my own car.
Get out of the car.
And then you
I
gonna
will
stun
light
me?
you up. Get out.
Wow.
Now.
Wow.
Get out of the car.
Really, for a failure to signal. You doing all of this for a
Get
failure to
over
signal?
there.
Right, yeah. Yeah, let's take this to court. Let's do
Go
it.
ahead.
For a failure to signal. Yep, for a failure to signal.
Get off the phone.
On my school.
Get off the phone.
I'm not on the phone. I have a right to
Put your
record. This
phone
is my
down.
property. This
Put
is
your
my
phone
property.
down.
Sir?
Put your phone down right now.
So the trooper seen in that video claims he feared for his safety, but the trooper was later indicted on perjury for his version of what happened in that arrest report. Now, those charges were later dropped in 2017 after the trooper agreed to give up his law enforcement license. Now, investigative reporters at our Dallas sister station showed that new cell phone video to Bland's family. After watching it, family members believe the video was intentionally withheld. And the attorney who represented the family says the cell phone video was never produced during discovery. Officials with the Texas Department of Public Safety are denying those claims. As for Bland's death, the family did settle a wrongful death lawsuit for $1.9 million. Legislative hearings were also held, and the screening process for new inmates in Texas county jails has been changed ever since all of this. But amidst all of that, the family's biggest question still remains: who will ever be held accountable for what happened, if anyone? And for that, we just don't have any answers yet. Jane, Tom, back to you.
Failed to use a turn signal.
Yeah.
Well, pets usually become part of our family, as we all know that. We love them so much, and losing them is never easy. Well, now some veterinarians are using a method to ease the end-of-life process for the pet and its owners. It involves sedation before euthanasia.
KREM 2's Kira Alfallen spoke with a few experts in the field on what they prefer and how the practice has now changed.
Years ago, sedation before euthanasia was not a common practice. Now, many veterinarians are finding that sedation can be very helpful with the overall process of euthanasia. This is George, my photographer, Nate's cat. George has been having problems with kidney failure and is shrinking before our eyes. He is much thinner than he was the last time I watched him when his owners were away on vacation. Like many others, Nate and his wife are thinking about the process of euthanasia and how hard it can be. Many veterinarians nowadays are using sedation as a way to calm pets and give owners more meaningful time with them before saying goodbye, a practice that was not very common over a decade ago.
I think they are more calm. They don't go through an excitement phase while we're giving it. In general, the whole thing is just way more peaceful and seems more humane and kind.
I've done it both ways, and in my experience, doing it with sedation it seems to make a smoother process for the pet and for the client. Especially when owners are present, with their pets when we do this. I think it's just to help provide a better overall experience and process.
Some veterinarians against using sedation before euthanasia say it makes the process take longer. To that, Dr. Dyke says it doesn't add much more time and usually also depends on what the owner wants. More time with their pet or a quicker goodbye. Others say sedation makes it harder to find a vein. Dr. Tangway says there are different types that can be used so veterinarians don't run into this problem. The American Veterinary Medical Association recommends sedation or anesthesia before euthanasia, but it is not required. Some veterinarians still prefer to do things the way they have been practicing for years of their career, but you can always ask your local vet about the best options for you and your pet. I'll send it back to you.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's always hard.
We know Nate.
We do, little kitty.
Yeah, sorry, Nate.
Okay, well, in terms of weather, there's good stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Things starting to heat up.
Yeah, heating up and just in time for the weekend. Of course, Mother's Day weekend. We love that. Follow me over here if you will. Temperatures are well above average. We're about 11 degrees above average, 75 degrees right now. That's the current temperature here in Spokane. Keep in mind we typically see a high temperature this time of year of 64 degrees. We're looking for an overnight low of 48 degrees. 74 expected for the daytime high. Look for temperatures over the next 7 days to continue upward. 74 tomorrow, 75 on Thursday. Friday, we're at 79. For the weekend, temperatures hitting the 80s, 83 degrees. Saturday and Sunday, my gosh. Jane, let's make it a 3-day weekend.
Woo.
81 expected on Monday. Again, average high is 64. We're styling temperature-wise.
Listen, a 4-day weekend. Look at Friday.
Yeah,
so we
true.
should do the
I
Friday
love that.
and the Monday.
I didn't want to be greedy, but I'm with you.
Okay, well, I will. Thanks, Tom. And it was a gorgeous day for the grand opening of the University District Gateway Bridge. The event kicked off with a community expo filled with food trucks and music and a ribbon cutting ceremony too.
Yeah, those down at the south landing of the bridge for the event also got the opportunity to view some new art structures which were added near both ends of the bridge. It's really beautiful. The bridge has been open to bicyclists and pedestrians since December, and so far folks who've been using the bridge seem to enjoy the new addition.
I love it. I love the way it links both physically but also symbolically where the University District is, where the city has been, and where the city's going.
In addition to this being a great connection point for people to connect the south and north parts of the University District and make that travel easier, we've also created a plaza location. This bridge is iconic, it's beautiful, it's created an entire new feel to our skyline.
Yeah, a spokesperson with the city of Spokane says the transformation not over yet. Right now, city leaders are discussing future projects to revitalize the entire area.
Man, couldn't have been a prettier day for that too
you
today.
bet.